It's the Word of God. I always like to say, Jesus Christ is a superstar, man. It's His Word that is inspiring. It's His Word that breaks change. It's His Word that leads us into a deeper depth, a deeper relationship with Him, where we can understand things of the Spirit. The church today, sadly enough, all over the world, there's not a lot of bondage being broken. And that's because we're not walking in the promises that God gave us. We're not walking in the Word. You see, we want it our way. We want it our way. There's a religious spirit in the church. It's either one or it's the other. The one side of it is the obvious side that we all know. And that is, there's a lot of seeker sensitivity out there where just come and I'm going to tell you exactly what you want to hear. If you just come to church, I'll tickle your ears. And you see this a lot in mega churches. It's like, you'll never hear anything about drinking, anything about adultery, anything about sin, anything about homosexuality, anything about any of the big issues that are so politically charged and causing so much havoc and chaos. You won't hear them in the churches. Why? Because we want to pack out auditoriums, and we want millions of dollars, and we want to build 7 or 8 campuses. Well, God didn't call us to do that. God called us to preach the truth, because it's the truth that sets you free. There's power in God. You're either all in or you're not. If we're the kind of people that say that, well, we'll believe you, Lord, to a certain extent, but there's some things I really don't agree with the Bible with, then you're not a Christian, my friend. You're agnostic. Because you don't believe completely in God. Now, we don't have time today to go through a full apologetics on the person of Christ, but I will tell you this, and I did it 2 times this week, and anybody else that wants, I am willing to sit down with you and answer any questions you have on other religions when it comes to Christ. Because when you do the math, when you do the facts yourself, when you read the Word, even historically and scientifically, there's nothing that can discredit the Word of God. As a matter of fact, the Word of God proves it is right time and time again. But what about this, Pastor Dave? What about this? As a matter of fact, the next sermon that I'm going to preach next month is going to be, why does bad things happen to good people? Because that's the biggest thing I get. If God is so good, then why does bad things happen to good people? Why are kids? We're going to answer that question. It all goes back to one thing. Study your Word. God explains everything in the Word. But too many times, we just want an answer. We want it microwave, right? We just want the answer to jump out at us. Well, I just want to go to a conference and listen to this famous televangelist and he'll give me the answer. No, you better get in your Word and you better hear. When I'm preaching, you better get in your Word and you better make sure it lines up.